because you were very connected to Ukrainian government, to the Ukrainian diplomatic circles. You were yourself a Ukrainian diplomat. You've been at the White House for some of these meetings under Obama. Talk to us about this concept that Joe Biden says he had no idea about Hunter's business dealings in Ukraine and never discussed Burisma with him.
That's a total lie. I personally know and witnessed numerous times how Biden was involved in this, starting from the prosecutor's office. But the main testimony, which we tried to deliver to the U.S. public and to the U.S. Congress and Senate, is that Blue Star Strategies, the company which I consulted for, and I officially worked there as a consultant for a year and I have a contract, did prepare a document which they delivered to Joe Biden through Amos Hochstein, one public and one unpublic, as they do in the mafia, you can say.
Amos Hochstein, this is a name I'm familiar with as someone who consulted with Joe Biden, then vice president, on all matters to do with Ukrainian energy. In fact, every trip Joe Biden took to Ukraine, Amos Hochstein was next to him.
He was the middleman that delivered all the information and consulted the Biden family on the energy business, because they did not and were not aware of how the energy business works. And Amos Hochstein was the middleman between Blue Star Strategies.
Telizhenko says this was explained to him in a February 2019 dinner in Cancun by Blue Star Strategies founder Sally Painter. Telizhenko says Blue Star prepared 2 memos around the time Hunter was joining the board of the top energy firm in Ukraine, Burisma, one official and one unofficial. Blue Star's unofficial memo laid out Burisma's corruption problems, along with recommendations for Joe Biden on how to make money off of Burisma despite the investigations. Telizhenko says these memos were delivered by Amos Hochstein of the Obama State Department to Joe Biden directly.
Joe Biden read it. He knew what was happening, and he knew what buttons to push and where to profit from. That's what I was told by the owner of Blue Star Strategies. It's not just a lobby firm. It's a deep state firm. These people work with the Clintons. They work with the Obamas. They work with the Biden.
Telizhenko is bound by a non-disclosure agreement with Blue Star Strategies and is unable to share the evidence he has unless he is subpoenaed by Congress. The founders of Blue Star, Painter and Tramontano, were both high-level staffers going back to the Clinton White House. Telizhenko says his evidence clearly demonstrates Blue Star committing FARA violations on behalf of the Bidens in Ukraine. That is, Blue Star failed to register as a foreign agent as they were helping sway U.S. policy. Ultimately, Blue Star would go under a DOJ microscope, but while Blue Star was under investigation for these charges, the Biden DOJ made an unusual decision to retroactively allow Blue Star to file as a foreign agent 7 years after the fact, clearing the way for the case to be closed. Andrei Telizhenko has been sanctioned by the U.S. Treasury Department for alleged Russia ties. OAN and lawmakers have requested details of what evidence Treasury Department had for this charge. No answers have been given. Fortunately for Blue Star and the Bidens, by sanctioning Telizhenko, Google was allowed to shut down his Gmail account, the repository of Telizhenko's evidence. Retrieving that evidence would take an act of Congress. Chanel Rian, One American News, the White House.